welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling review of the week. This is our Raw review, so let's get straight on with it. So our review starts straight off with the Miz TV special segment with Roman Reigns. Obviously this was talked about in the No Mercy pay-per-view, and it was the first promo of the night. You had Roman Reigns and the Miz, obviously on big wins from themselves. The Miz pretty much being the Miz. Roman not understanding why he's on Miz TV when he should be at home drinking a beer. Love that little sentence. The fans loved it. The Miz was like, look, we both had great wins, blah blah blah, you know, but you know, Roman, without the help of the Shield you wouldn't even be here. And that's because Roman made a comment saying, well Miz, you wouldn't be Intercontinental Champion without the help of the Miztourage. Both guys really working well with each other in this segment. You definitely see that the chemistry is there for them to have a good feud, and I look forward to seeing how that goes. Obviously the Roman Reigns said, look Miz, there's only one reason you called me onto the show, you want to have a fight with me. Miz went, no, tried to scamper away. Kurt Angle comes out, fans always singing, you suck, you suck. Miz just went, looks really shocked. Kurt Angle comes and says, Miz, you're going to have a fight with Roman Reigns tonight. And Miztourage, I don't know where you're going, but you've got a match tonight straight away against Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. And that was the first segment. The first segment started off really strong. It really capitalised on how well the No Mercy matches were. And how much, you know, momentum Roman's on. Do I think The Miz is the perfect feuding partner for him next? Yes, definitely. He's going to help Roman use the tools that John Cena showed him how to make great promos, and definitely elevate him to that next stage. I think it's a natural selection that The Miz, who is the best promo worker, to be Roman's next feud, because The Miz will automatically share his knowledge on how to make great promos. Just like Kurt Angle said, we did have a match with Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan take on the Miztourage. This match was a good and a bad kind of match in some ways. The chemistry with Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy was quite good. I was surprisingly how well they worked together. I'm not the biggest fan for Jason Jordan. I think he's got a long way to go before he starts calibrating himself into title matches. Yes, he did have two fair matches with Roman Reigns and John Cena a few weeks back, but now we're looking at this post No Mercy and he's still not ready to take on big names. Matt Hardy obviously getting the biggest pops, because let's be honest, Matt Hardy's always going to get the big pops. And the Miztourage doing what they need to do. For me, they need to start picking up wins. I still think they need to build up tag teams, and they are a legitimate tag team right now. They are classed as a tag team. So they need to start using Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel properly. If you're not going to use them properly, then in the future segments, which we believe is going to be happening, which we'll talk about later on in the Miz and Roman Reigns match, they're going to fail poorly. But it was a good match though, with Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy. They worked well, like I said. Jason spear and then Matt Hardy's twist of fate getting the win. Obviously it's good to see Matt and Jason getting, you know, picking up wins. I think both guys do need it. But the thing is, the reason that it was not going to be a Hardy Boys match is because Jeff Hardy is unfortunately injured his shoulder and he'll be out for a few weeks. So we hope Jeff a speedy recovery, and we hope to see him soon back in the ring. Then we had a rematch from the kickoff show of Apollo versus Elias. This was, for me, a weaker match than what we got at the kickoff show. Both guys didn't have enough time to really develop the match, and I think that this, because just like the kickoff show, there's no story towards it, so what's the point of having a rematch of a match which meant nothing in the first place? Obviously after the match, Elias did pick up the win, because Apollo and Titus were celebrating out of the ring together, spending too much time messing about. Elias got the win because Apollo was too distracted. because Elias kicked Titus in the leg. I mean, when Titus tried to get into the ring to make sure Apollo was okay, Elias attacked him. This is looking like it's going to be a feud between Titus O'Neil and Elias soon. I hope that is the case. It might actually develop some character development on all three guys. Elias is possibly the one with the most momentum going into this right now, but it's definitely needed on all three of them. Then we had the Hawkins Open Challenge. I'm calling it the Hawkins Open Challenge because every week it seems now we're going to have it until he gets his win. This was a great way of showing how much of a heel and how scared he is of certain superstars, because he had his Open Challenge and Braun Strowman turned out of nowhere and absolutely destroyed him after chasing him around the arena, which was funny. It was a good laugh. If you're sometimes you need a bit of silliness in WWE, and that's what we got. Braun destroyed him, chucked him into the side of the entranceway, destroyed that, and challenged anyone who could give him a good match. Who accepted the challenge? No one else but the Lunatic Fringe. I'm going to keep all this in one segment because it was pretty much one segment for WWE. Dean and Braun had an absolutely fantastic match, pushing Braun quite well. Definitely felt like, you know, Dean could have picked up a win, but no. Braun got a very strong win against someone who is a good competitor, but both guys were battered and bruised from the night before. So both guys' momentum is not being affected by the match. Braun got a win, which he needed after his defeat from Brock Lesnar, and Ambrose can take the loss because he was battered and bruised from the really good tag team match from the night before. On a backstage segment, Rollins comes up to Ambrose and goes, "Dude, what are you thinking taking on Braun Strowman?" Dean's like, I just have to take the challenge, that's what life's about. You wouldn't know, you're the architect, you're quite predictable, you wouldn't take a challenge like that. And Rollins goes, "Well, I'll have you know, I'm going to take on Braun Strowman next week, after I take on Sheamus tonight." So, next thing we had Alexa Bliss coming out doing her typical heel championship promo work. It was really good. And then next thing we know, Mickie James comes out. Mickie James coming out doing a great promo work with Alexa. I'm looking forward to this one. Mickie quoting stuff which Alexa said on Raw Talk after No Mercy. And Alexa went, yeah, I don't want to fight an old lady, Mickie. You might have been a talent years ago, but right now you're nothing more than an old lady. And it's great. I look forward to seeing how this feud goes. Promo work-wise, Alexa is the best in the women's division. But in-ring, she does have a lot of work to go. So I think this is possibly the best partner for her to work with. Next up, we had the rematch of Sheamus and Rollins with Cesaro on the side, obviously since he broke his teeth. It was a good match. Both guys really are talented. Sheamus coming out absolutely seemed like he was on top throughout most of the match for me. Again, it's a good match, but it's a match we've seen so often with the feud with each team. So for me, there was something lacking, and I wasn't that, absorbed into it. But Rollins got the win with his new finisher. I still don't even know what that's called. So, but got the win, and hopefully this now is the end of the feud between the Bar and Rollins and Ambrose for a while, and we can work on some more tag teams. Then we had the Miz take on Roman Reigns match. Good match again. This is Roman. The Miz trying everything to get out of the match before the match even started, but no, Roman wasn't going to have it. The Miz had some good parts where he was really, using quite a lot of technical, submission moves and stuff like that, which is smart from the Miz, because obviously Roman's a more physical kind of wrestler, and Roman obviously getting his momentum back. The Miztourage was lurking around the ring as they usually do, and they were helping the Miz throughout the match. And then Roman got the win with a spear. Makes sense. Roman's on. They have to keep making Roman feel like a big deal. The Miz can take the loss from Roman Reigns right now. Next thing we know, the Miztourage come out and attack him, which is perfect because this is continuing the feud. The Miztourage absolutely destroy him. Then Roman starts fighting back, gets his momentum. And next thing we know, chairs come out of nowhere, and the Miztourage are smacking him down with chairs. The Miz gets him skull crushing finale. They walk off, feeling all smugged with themselves. And then Roman's getting up. They see him getting back up. They run back to the ring, start hitting him with chairs again, and then Roman is down for good. Another skull crushing finale again, on top of a steel chair. And then they do this Shield salute. This is definitely hinting at a Shield reunion. I'm hoping it is. Please don't just tease me, WWE, with this one, because it would be amazing to see. Then we had Finn Balor take on Goldust. A very much throwaway match. This was a backstage segment where Goldust was like, look, I did need you to help me with Bray Wyatt, with Bray Wyatt a couple of weeks back, and Finn was really apologetic, and Goldust attacked him because he's now heel again. He turned face, turned heel, turned face. Don't know, it's kind of confusing with Goldust. They had a pretty decent match. Goldust he is a good performer. Finn's a great performer. Comes out, he's sore ribs as usual. But gets the win, triumph babyface. And next thing we know, Bray Wyatt's music's playing, and there's this creepy child singing. He's got the whole world in his arm. And I was like, no, I don't want to see this feud again. I really don't want to see Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor 3. I don't want to see it. It's not the best of 7. I don't need to see this. So, no WWE. No. No more Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. No more. No more. Because, no. No. Then we had the women's tag team match. Now, this for me was possibly the downfall for the night. In one of the downfalls for the night. Because you had this segment where you had Sasha Banks and Bayley talking about No Mercy, and then you had Bayley saying, look, I texted you, you didn't reply, and Sasha was like, look, I was busy, I didn't have time to reply. Which could have been a feud. They could have really used that. And then Emma and Nia Jax got beaten. It was like the momentum went nowhere. Sasha and Bayley worked perfect as a tag team. It was like that 2-minute backstage segment meant nothing. Nia Jax lost all momentum she had from No Mercy. For me, she was MVP of No Mercy, and now she came back, and now it feels really awkward because she should be being pushed up again until she's ready to hold the title. I still think she's ready, but no, we're not getting that, are we, WWE? We're having... No one knows what's happening in the women's division right now. No one. And then we had the Cruiserweight Division kind of celebration for Enzo Amore. Enzo all night was going to Angle saying, look, I want this, and all this lot. It was just annoying the hell out of us. But one of the things he did ask for was, if anyone attacks me while I celebrate my win, they lose automatically any chance of challenging me for the Cruiserweight belt. All the Cruiserweights come out after Enzo's doing his all, I've retired my jersey, I'm a champion, Cass limping off because he's hurt himself, and look at me now, I'm a champion. Everyone says I was just, a leech on him, but I'm the champion. Then the Cruiserweights come out and are like annoyed, they're angry that he's champion. Then Neville comes up, and Enzo's like pretty much heel kind of promo towards all of them, including Neville. And then Neville pretty much has a great comeback saying, look, that I might even be a heel, but at least the guys respect me when I was champion. They don't respect you. And then Enzo was like, I don't care. Neville goes into the ring and goes, well, if you attack me, you'll lose all chance. Neville doesn't give a crap. Beats the crap out of Enzo, which is fantastic. And he goes, that's it, I don't care. It definitely makes fans want to watch 205, see how that develops, because I know a lot of people on Twitter were like, oh my god, I've got to watch 205 to see how this ends up. And it was a good segment. It was a great segment. You saw the 205 guys cheering that Neville beat the crap out of him. And it's good to see Enzo getting the crap kicked out. Now, if you haven't seen it, go on to WWE YouTube channel and watch the aftermath of the show. So what happens is, at the end of the show, Braun Strowman comes out, beats the crap out of Enzo again, because Neville's walked out, and then the rest of the 205 crew beat the crap out of Enzo. It's fantastic. Enzo gets beaten by Braun and by the 205 guys on the YouTube special. Definitely worth a watch. So that's our review of the Raw after No Mercy. Was it good? It was okay. It wasn't the best show. It definitely felt lacking in stories, but obviously this is the start of a lot of new pitches for the next TLC pay-per-view. But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't anything special, but definitely some really entertaining bits, especially with Enzo, especially with Roman Reigns and The Miz. Definitely think that there's some feuds which need to end now, like the Bray Wyatt Finn Balor. That definitely needs to end. And it looks like the Bar and the Ambrose and Seth Rollins feud is all ended now, thank God, because too much of a good thing can spoil it. But yeah, that's our Raw review. If you guys do like our video, if you do like my video, please like, subscribe and follow me on Twitter at Boise88. If you do like our video, please share this video. I'm trying to get to 100 views by the end of this year on one of my videos, and I hope you guys can help me out with that. And I will see you next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.